Talk about Titans 18 a little bit. Obviously, I've not spoken about Titans for a little while.
18? I thought it was on like 20.
18 this week.
Fair enough.
I think the last time I spoke about this was maybe like 5 issues ago, something like that. 4 or 5 issues ago. Because it was like right in the middle of that arc where it felt like every issue was a fight because with this future Donna Troy. um, Last issue, the Titans kind of were forced to disband by the Justice League because, like, hey, this might end badly because there's future versions of you coming and causing chaos, which seems very hypocritical from the Justice League. I'm not going to lie,
Yeah. There's never been anything bad from their end, has there?
especially since right now in the Justice League book, it's like all about how their existence has been manipulated and used for bad things. So like I don't know where they get off and being on this high horse, but whatever. So this issue is
Priest just understands the Justice League better than Abnett, clearly.
Possibly. Yeah, that's the thing though. I feel like I don't know if this was Abnett's choice though.
I don't know. I will concede that it might not be on this one.
Because I wonder, it feels kind of like maybe this is laying the groundwork for all the changes that are maybe going to happen when No Justice kicks in.
Here's what I'll say is the team disbanding may not have been his choice. You know, that may have been like, okay, you got to do this. This has kind of got to go that direction. But I feel like using the Justice League and their justification for it was probably his call.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say. But this is the start of an arc, which might be the last arc of the book potentially. I mean, I don't know if Titans and Teen Titans are being cancelled or if they're just going to keep the numbering and they'll have new teams post No Justice and all that stuff. It's hard to say at this point. But this arc is the teams all separate. They're all disbanded, and this issue focuses mainly on Roy, who's trying to like sort of deal with a drug empire that's going on, and then Cheshire shows up, and they kind of have a weird, uneasy alliance. And then by the end of the issue, it turns out that she wasn't there because she claims she was hired by a bunch of people whose lives were ruined by drugs. It turns out though she's actually working. Fun enough, the brain.
Oh.
The brain and he's ape. What's his Mala? There you go, Mala. Right, that's his ape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
Basically, she's working for them, and she was to get the drugs for them, and screwing over Roy. She not only has sex with him, she actually gives him drugs, like without him realizing it. So he's actually
that's big for Roy.
Yeah, he wakes up and he's like, "Oh, I feel like a wreck. Like what happened?" And he sees like the drugs laid out and stuff. Now you don't see him actually getting taking them necessarily. So they could swerve it and say that it's just like he just thinks he did. He's just worried that he did, but. Given her dialogue when she's like, "Oh, I sent him on a trip that he won't come back from," it sounds like she probably dosed him. And yeah, poor Roy. Especially because at one point he's on the phone with Donna, and obviously they had a bit of a connection. And Donna's like trapped in the watchtower, kind of against her will, and Wonder Woman's trying to comfort him and say, "Oh, you're not a prisoner. We're just trying to look out for you, make sure you're okay before we send you back out." And she's trying to help.
You're not a prisoner. You just can't leave.
But hey ho. And also, a scene that I did quite like though, it was Dick helping Wally move into his new apartment. Because it kind of followed on from the Flash annual, it kind of feels in universe. He's like, "Hey, it doesn't matter the team's disbanded, I can still help you move." Because he's like, "Should we be doing this? Are we not meant to stay away from each other?" Like, yeah, we're meant to not be Titans. Like, we're friends. I can help you move house. This is even though Wally's got super speed, he does not need help moving house. Just for the record,
it's the offer.
I know, but he's a speedster. He can just do it in like a second.
Yeah, but he still has to put the effort in and do it.
Yeah. So they sit on the couch and just talk about being best friends. That was it. It was actually a pretty decent issue, mainly because they're all separate. It felt like it was doing lots of different plots. So it wasn't the best thing ever, but it actually felt kind of like you wanted out of a Titans book to an extent because they're all actually doing things and it feels like there's multiple things happening. The big problem with Titans for a lot of its run was during the first arc with what's his face, Kadabra, and then that arc with the future Donna Troy, is it felt like it was like 5 issues of the one same fight, just continuously happening.
Honestly, I feel like my biggest problem with the book is it never knew what it wanted to be, because it kind of coasted by on, hey, we've got Wally.
Well, yeah, I think that was the symptom of that though, is that it was just like 5 issues of the same fight.
Yeah, because it didn't know what to do, so it was like, well, fight, that'll do.
And I wonder if actually setting up for leaving is actually the best thing that Abnett's had going for him.
It's got direction,
yeah. Because he's actually like, okay, I've got my little end game in mind. Because I'm sure they're going to all come and fight together by the end of this arc because they'll need to. But
oh yeah.
It feels like it probably is the swan song, and then No Justice will lead to either the book being relaunched as something else, or a new team, or whatever.